Hello, everyone. Welcome to Hashtag Eurovision. I'm here today to interview Reylta, that will participate at the Eurosong in Ireland, the national final that will select the act and the song that will compete at Eurovision in Basel in 2025. So, yeah, first of all, Reylta, welcome to the Hashtag Eurovision community. It's really nice to have you here. How are you feeling today?
I'm amazing. Hello. Hashtag Eurovision. How is everybody?
We're doing good. So yeah, welcome. Thank you so much for your time. And before we go into the questions, I would like for you to introduce yourself, introduce a little bit more about you, because I'm pretty sure that a lot of people that will be watching this interview, it's the first time and the first contact they will have with you. So it will be good to have like an introduction from your side.
Hi, I'm Reylta. I'm from Galway County. I'm from Galway, Ireland, which is on the west coast. Yeah, I'm a songwriter and a singer and a musician, and I usually play with an eight-piece band. I've been writing songs since I was about 11 years old, and this is all I do, and this is all I love, and I'm living the dream.
Well, I can see that you're definitely enjoying like all of this exposure that the Eurosong is bringing you, I believe.
I'm a
Um,
big fan of Eurovision and like to actually connect with what I feel like are my people. Like, oh, I'm having such a great time. Like, anyone who texts me or DMs me or anything, I am here. I will reply, guys. I'm so here for it.
I believe it can be overwhelming. Like suddenly you have millions of people out there that will actually hear your songs and want to know about you and more about you, and probably will text you and reach out to you.
But
Uh,
they're die-hard fans. Once they're on your side, they're with you for life. Like, that's the kind of fan I want on my side.
yeah, Eurovision is definitely like that. Like once you get into these, people will grab you for life and they will follow your work. So it's a good platform. But we will touch more on that Eurovision, Eurosong topics. First, I would like to ask you more about your career and some of your inspirations, because I read that you have like a strong connection with the Irish traditions and heritage. And I would like to know like how does these influence your songwriting process and the overall sounds of your music, since this can be like heavy inspiration, and you can hear with your song Fire heavy inspiration on that side. So I'd like to know how do you actually use this influence in your songwriting process?
I think I'm just very open to being Irish and wanting to experience every bit of Irish culture. Am I a trad player? No, not at all. But like, I listen to that music and I want to be involved. And it's the same with the Irish language. Like Neil May Lifa, I'm not fluent, but I do like to use it and get involved. I think like, it's such a privilege to be an Irish person. We're surrounded by folklore and storytelling and amazing musicians, and the landscape is beautiful, and we're island gals. Like, I'm just so very happy to be Irish. I am gonna soak it in, like, for this lifetime anyways. I think I've been put into the perfect place where I belong. And yeah, I'm a big fan of, like, there's a big thing of poetry around Ireland and literature, and I love that sort of stuff. I kind of describe myself as a failed poet because I am not good enough to not rhyme, so I just write songs instead.
Actually, there's been like this massive wave of at least like Irish authors
Yeah.
that suddenly happened, and it's out there. So like so many Irish authors have their books published and became popular everywhere. So I can definitely understand like putting your Irish culture and traditions, the way of being Irish out there to get this exposure. So yeah, it's good to know like that you like and you're very connected to your heritage. And I don't know if you can pinpoint specific Irish folk or traditional music elements that you incorporate into your own sound, whether it's
Yeah.
melodic, rhythm, instrumental. Like, can you indicate
When
us
it
some of these?
comes to melodic stuff, like when I write my music, I just hear the notes. Like I'll write a line of lyrics and I will just hear where the note comes from, and just letting your intuition guide you, and what you know, and not trying to do what other people are doing, just whatever comes out of you. Because like I think my music is such an acclimatization of everything I've ever listened to and taken note of. So then when I go to write my own songs, it all just kind of flows out. Like there's one section in Fire where it goes overstep, overthink. That to me really reminds me of Breakaway by Kelly Clarkson. Make a wish, take a chance, make a change. Like it's all just letting your spirit flow through you, and all the things you've ever listened to come through. And then as regards instrumentation, love a fiddle, love a violin, love a baron, which is this circular drum.
Hmm.
And I'm just very lucky to play with some amazing musicians. Like there's a musician in my band called Kate. She is American cello player, but exclusively kind of plays traditional Irish music on the cello. And that's an
Okay.
amazing thing to have in my band, like an amazing influence. And just letting everybody come in and play everything and just watching it all unfurl is my favorite part.
You really try to bring all of these uh, traditional parts, and especially the instruments, as you were describing. Even have like this American member of the band that brings like that traditional vibe of the instrument that she plays, and like being these basically the base of your songs and what you write. Do you see yourself as carrying on the legacy of Irish folk music while bringing a contemporary perspective? Like from now on, do you see like these
I would
being
love to think of myself that highly. I don't think I do. I'm just I'm a prolific writer. Like I'm writing all the time. I'm writing like 4 or 5 songs a week. I just love writing. So, and when you love something that much, it doesn't have to be perfect. And I don't tend to overthink things. Just let it come out and see what happens. And most of the time, I'm very impressed with myself. Very impressed. And if it comes out Irish, amazing. I have older songs that are like more rocky and different things, but I just like to let it all flow out. Like there's definitely ancestral stuff coming in and flowing through me, but I'm just doing what I do, just enjoying my life and making the art that wants to flow through my body.
that sounds lovely and sounds like very inspirational, actually. Yeah, listening about the way you describe how you create these, how you create your art, basically. And I saw and I read that your music blends sweet and lamenting sounds with a complex alternative view. I saw this in your bio. Can you explain this contrast a little bit and how this actually reflects your artistic vision?
That's
Um,
kind of the only nice sentence my auntie could come up with to describe what my music was about. Because a lot of the
okay.
time, I like it sounds like a, when I sing, it sounds like a lullaby or a really sweet song or a little love song. And like one of my songs called Closer is very la 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 la, and it's about domestic abuse.
Oh God.
That's like
Okay.
that's what we mean by a juxtaposition of the two things. Because like I have one song about two lovers and it's called Lucifer's Love, but it's actually about the devil falling in love with a mortal on earth and then freezing hell over to save that person. So like there is that darkness there, but it's still light and pretty and sweet. A
Okay.
lot of my songs are like that. Another one, like Sightseeing, it just sounds like a wah wah da, but it's actually about the Romeo and Juliet twin suicide that happened in Russia a while ago, maybe like 2016 or something like that. That's when I was inspired to write it. So everything sounds sweet and lovely, and you're like, what a bop, and then you listen and you're like, is she all right? Is that all?
So I can see that, for example, you bring these heavy, topics. Some of them, I believe, to raise awareness, but some of them like really, really heavy and
It's
to.
my way of processing the world. Like I figure out things that I'm struck with through writing songs. That's why I write so many. I have a lot of thoughts. I'm trying to work through a lot of stuff. It means that like I've had a lot of death in my life in the last couple of years, and every time someone close to me dies, I write a song as a way to like figure my way out through it. So one of the songs on my album is for my granddad who passed away, and then my granny passed away at Christmas. Like I got the call that, oh, you're going on Eurosong the night before her funeral. Like it's just up and down. But like I always write songs to process what's going on, and it makes me feel better, and it's a very quick process to just get through it, release it, and then try to sort through.
And is it also like a way for you to hold the memories there? Like you created that thing thinking about that particular person, and you know
I
that
think
that
it's
song
more
will be
like that.
forever.
I think it's more like that for my family. It's more like
Mm.
that for the people who listen and empathize than it is for myself. It's just, oh, I found a moment, my head's so full, I need to put this out, and then I put it out, and immediately they have sounds, I can already hear the sound. And then I can't keep a single thing to myself. I love being the center of attention. So I share the song, and then for my parents and my grandparents and everyone who knew these people, it is something that keeps them alive. But it's it's not entirely like that for myself. It's more like, how do I sort through this? This is how I can sort through this.
It sounds like there's always a deep message behind everything that you create. And yeah, as you just mentioned, for example, other heavy topics that you use as an inspiration to songwrite, and then your music is all fluffy and flowers. Um, I would like to know, like, do you see this as, for example, a weapon of, let's bring this heavy topic that we need to raise awareness and create a song that will be audible for everyone, and suddenly people will start getting aware of these because they will listen to the song because of the vibes, and but the lyrics will stick with them just because they are listening
I
to these.
am I'm not that intentional yet.
Mm.
I hope to be that intentional. And that will probably come with time and age and going further on my spiritual journey. But currently, it's just a way for me to figure out what the hell is going on. And if anybody else can empathize, perfect. That's why I put my songs out there, to see, is there anybody else? And if there's one other person that connects to, perfect. I've done my job. Do you know what I mean? And
Mm.
I'm very lucky that quite a lot of people do connect with them. And like a Reylta show, I sell tissues. People do be crying.
I read in your bio that some inspirations like Florence and the Machine,
Yes.
Damien Rice, Ozier, like how do these artists influence your music, and how do you put your own unique spin on those influences? Like how do you, okay, this is my inspiration, this is the songs that I like to hear. How do you, okay, I'll get this and I'll make this my own.
I think all of those people are poets. They're poets that can sing really incredibly well and have amazing vocals. And that's who I'd like to compare myself to. Really good poets with really good vocals.
Jumping to a more the topic that brings us here today, your Eurosong participation with the song Fire. I'd like to know, I would like you to tell us a little bit more about your song. What's the message behind it? How did you come up with this song? Go for it.
Fire is about that instant chemistry with somebody and figuring it out like are they single? Are they interested in me? Like, what's going on here? And then just releasing and giving into the passion and feeling chosen, feeling worthy, and just really feeling the love that you were deserving of. Um, and yeah, I kind of went into, so I went to a songwriting camp, and on the first day I was set up with Ryan O'Shaughnessy, who you may know, and
Hmm.
Cian O'Donoghue, and all of us together just kind of, it just kind of flowed out. I didn't really think much. I think I had the first line in a book somewhere, knees
Hmm.
touching, what are the rules of war? Because when you have that, like, your hands are so close to someone but you're not yet touching, like, that is such a magical
I
feeling.
see.
And then it just flowing from that feeling into the whole song.
Sometimes you just need that first hook, like to leverage the song. So you had that first line, and then after that, you were able to create these beautiful song. Yeah, I really like your song.
Thank
Um,
you.
it's
I
really
do
good.
too.
Well, good to know that the the owner of the song actually
Love it.
loves it as well. So I'd like to know, how are you preparing for the big stage, for your performance at the Eurosong? Have you been in many rehearsals? Like, what should we expect from your performance? Things that you can share.
I Yeah, I've done a few rehearsals, a lot of them alone to myself. But we just got some dancers, and there's gonna be people playing traditional instruments in a mummer's costume, which uh like maybe Europeans won't entirely know about this, but there is a tradition in Ireland on the 26th of December, the day after Christmas Day, that people dress up in straw hats and they go around and they sing songs and they give out sweets and they tell stories, and it kind of looks a little scary, but it's actually a very sweet tradition. It's a very cool tradition, and I'm very excited to like incorporate that into my staging, and people be like, "Oh, what's that?" and just look into it more, because there's such a revival of Irish culture at the moment, and absolutely, I'm getting on that train too. Sign me up. Sign me up.
So it's just another opportunity that you'll take for bring the Irish traditions to the stage. Yeah,
Why
definitely people
wouldn't
will
I?
ask
I'm
about it.
Irish. I'm gorgeous. Why wouldn't I?
Definitely, people will definitely ask about it, and will do their research to be like, okay, let's see what this is about. Or you will have the opportunity to explain it after the performance. I don't know.
We'll
Um,
see.
let's see. Looking at your aspirations for your music career, beyond Eurosong and any projects that you have in mind, and if you're working on anything. So yeah.
I'm not currently working on anything, but my aspirations from Eurovision and after Eurovision is just to create a beautiful space on my corner of the internet, and have lovely fans who want to see my work, and my work inspires them, and we can all just come together and grow and create. I just want to create forever, and I would love people to come along who love the show.
Before we wrap up the interview, we have this dynamic where we are asking different artists that are participating in the same competition, in your case, Eurosong, to leave a message or a question to the next person that we'll interview.
Okay.
And the first person that we interviewed was Bobbi Arlo.
Okay.
It was our previous interview, and she left a message for you, a question for you, and she really wants to know, based on some of your statements, if you actually think that you can win her in the competition. Feel free to to not answer.
I will answer. I think there is an Irish revival at the moment. I think people's spirits need something that need talking to, and I think that's what my song can give. Do you know what I mean? It's something for the soul, and I think people need uplifting right now. And if I was to win, I think that should be the reason why. If people want a bop, they'll probably pick Bobby, and there's no hard feelings. I'm not offering a bop.
Okay. Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, they are. To be honest, they're very different songs
Yeah.
for very different audiences. So yeah, let the I would say like let the best win. But in this case, in terms of music, there's never the best.
No,
There's
I
always
think I
like
think either like we're all so different in this competition. It just depends what speaks to people on the night. And I won't feel like a loser if I don't win. I'm going to be a winner anyways for just getting this far, and like I know our show is going to be amazing in getting to show people what the Reylta train is like. That's all I can ask for. I'm winning already.
I'll give you the opportunity. We don't know who will be the next person that we'll interview, but I'll give you the opportunity to choose someone and leave a
Okay.
message to them.
Oh,
A
a
question that something that you'd
question.
like to ask.
A question. Oh, can I ask Niall? Niall has picked this song from his album that is upcoming for Eurovision. Can I ask him why this song and not any other song? And what are the other songs like?
Sounds like a very interesting question. I didn't. Yeah, I didn't. I didn't know that he picked a specific song from his album.
I'm a crazy Eurovision fan.
You know more than I do. uh, so
I'll be making a hashtag Eurovision next year.
well, feel free to welcome our team next season. You're here with us. So yeah, before we wrap up, I'd like you to leave a message for the Portuguese community, the Portuguese Eurovision fans, or the hashtag Eurovision fans. So yeah, feel free to leave a message asking for support or something else that you have to say.
Hi, hashtag Eurovision fans. Hello, Portugal. Please stream my song. And if you stream it enough times, I get to go to Portugal and we can play a gig together and we can all connect. And I'll give you lots of kisses and we'll have a great time. Just think about it. Pasta de nata, my favorite.
Oh,
We could do that together.
oh, that's the best part about going to Portugal, the pastel de nata.
I only had my first one of those like last year, and my mind was blown. My mind was blown. I'm not even like a dessert person or a pastry person, but I was like, who is she? What is this?
But have you ever
Why
been to
has everybody
Portugal?
been keeping this a secret from me?
But have you ever been to Portugal?
Yeah, I have.
Oh,
I've
you
been
tried
to
in Portugal?
Albufeira and I've been to Lisbon, and one of my good friends is from Madeira.
Oh, oh, that sounds so good. Well, but have you ever visited Madeira as well, or only like the?
No, but it's definitely on my list. I've decided like going to all of the countries in the world might be a bit crazy, but I want to go to all of the islands. I want to go to Sicily, I want to go to Madeira, I want to go to the Maldives, I want to go to Japan. So, island gals, rise up. Come join me.
Oh yeah, sounds good. So yeah, I think yeah, we reached our time. Thank you so much for your time. It was a lovely
Thank you for
interview.
having me.
Really nice to have you here. I believe we had an amazing chat. So yeah, good luck for Eurosong. Can't
Thank
wait to
you.
see your performance. I think you you raised our expectations about what we will see. So yeah, can't wait to hear you on stage and know more about what are your next steps. If it's either Eurovision or something else, let's see. Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much for your
Thank
time.
you.
And yeah,
Bye.
thank you.